Hello there, welcome to my channel. This is a speed build video. It feels like I haven't done one in a while, but I'm pretty sure I did one in October. It's just that I've been doing mostly gameplay videos, which I'm very happy with doing. I have a lot of fun doing gameplay, like current households and showing off like The Sims 2 that I've been playing as well. And I had my World Adventure mini-series, which I started recently. Check that out if you want to. I can put a link up above. I might make a playlist for it so that way it's easier to see all the videos. But yeah, I've been having really fun with that. Anyway, so if anyone remembers, if you've been subscribed to my channel for a little bit, a couple of months ago, I did a poll, like a community poll asking what type of community lot you prefer I do, and the consensus was that everyone mostly preferred a roller skating rink. But I did also have an option to make sort of like a market. This isn't going to be classified as a market because I don't have the traveler mod in my game and I couldn't be bothered to add it back in, I won't lie. But there really is only two different types of like stores set up in this build. But I had said I was gonna have like an option to do some kind of like shopping little market thing, and I kind of like did it in between with that. So this isn't really a like market shopping center. It's really just two stores that are kind of like next to each other, kind of as if they're attached to each other, sort of like how if you've seen city buildings like in Manhattan and things like that, how you'll have like multiple buildings attached to each other and it looks like one building kind of, but they're all different shapes and sizes and they're all like different stores or apartment buildings and things like that. So that's what I go for here, but it's just two stores. So this one's going to be a cafe. So we have a functioning cafe. It has an upstairs with a seating and reading area, and then next door is going to be a Nectar shop where you can both purchase bottles and then you can also do taste testing. I kind of set it up so there's a couple of racks where you can like do the purchasing and then one where you can do testing. I also added in the like business as usual bistro set from the store, so that is another like a store set that I use that is kind of like in the back. So it's meant to be like a shop in the front, and then in the back is a tiny little, I guess you could call it a secret sort of like restaurant. It's not really secret, but I put like a half wall up so it kind of makes it look more private. So it's kind of like a nice little space. But there's also some empty seats without the menu, so that way if Sims want to like taste the nectar from those racks, then they can sit down and drink it, you know. But I personally, with the bistro set, I always switch out the actual set and then I use a custom version that is a mod by, I forgot their name, but I can put a link in the description if you want that mod. It enhances basically the chef station and the menu, and it lets you like have Sims like ask them to dine or ask them to dine together, and you can use it in multiple ways, whether you're playing as the chef or if you're at like playing as a Sim in your household who's dining at the restaurant. You can like customize the menu, everything. So I always switch it out, but of course I'm not going to use custom content in this build, so you would have to switch it out yourself. But anyway, yeah, I just wanted to preface that. But I also want to say that I use quite a bit of store content in this build. So if you have no store content, this build will not be for you because a lot of it will probably be replaced with random base game objects that will look ridiculous. I'm just going to put that out there. Now, I won't have a list of every single like object I use in the store, but if I'm also going to share this on the Sims 3 exchange, so there'll be a link in my video description by the time I release this video. So if you click on that, if you go into like the panel where it says like objects used, even if you don't download it from there, just so you can see what items are used, that will let you know in case it's something you don't have, you know. But also I can say for sure that I use stuff from Monte Vista. I know I do that for sure. And I also use the bakery set. So those are two sets or like things that I use from, most definitely. That's what I know. That's pretty much all I can remember though. But yeah, like I said, so this is the like upstairs area. I kind of briefly show it. I kind of cut bits here and there. At one point I completely forget to hit record again because I kind of do segments sometimes to like take a breather. And I forgot to record half of like doing the restaurant portion of the like the Nectar shop, so I'm sorry about that, but you'll see photos at the end of this video. I always do like either a photo or video montage depending how I want to stylize it, but I go with photos of course for this one, and I think it came out very cute. You know, it might not be everyone's taste, you know, it might not be that, but not every build's going to be every single person's taste, you know. I usually just build things that I think look cute to me, you know, that I would use, because that's always like, I always end up using builds that I make in speed builds in my game and my save files, because if I'm not going to use it myself, why even bother building it, right? You know? But I do use, like I said, like a lot of content because I do like to spruce up things with clutter and stuff. And there's only so much clutter that like The Sims came with the base game and the expansions and stuff like that. So, but then also so for the for the Nectar shop, there are so many of these little Nectar racks stacked up. And I don't know if it looks ridiculous. In my opinion, it looks realistic because if you go into like a wine like shop kind of thing like in real life, you're going to have so many of those like different like display bottle casing and everything like that with all of the different types of wine that you can purchase or champagne and things like that. So I feel like that was realistic. I do end up only doing 4 counters and not putting a side one because I was scared of routing issues, and I'd rather there be better routing than it look but I don't, like then it look perfect or better or whatever, because like that could be really annoying for gameplay. So I kind of do a compromise there. I do completely play around with the color scheme for the counters. They don't stay as this. I also completely change like the countertop to a different type of like marble, a different color completely. I think I do like a black and gray mix, a kind of like a dark marble as opposed to like that grayish color because I feel like it was like washed out in the room. I also changed the wallpaper. I play around with a lot of things, but yeah, I think that the cafe comes out really cute, and it definitely is like, it reminds me slightly of a cafe that, cafes that I've been to, and they just have a really like inviting, comfortable, like cozy vibe where you could spend there for hours like on your computer, on your phone, just hanging out with a friend, a loved one, and just chatting or just reading a book or something, you know what I mean? I do add the community wall speakers in each one, so there's also like a little bit like of ambiance for music playing if you want. And I do put those like countertops because typically in a lot of cafes, because like, it depends, but I've seen a lot of cafes that I've been to, they'll always have some kind of countertop by the window, so you can kind of like just like people watch, or it's like a more casual seating area as opposed to a full table, and it like adds more space for seating and stuff. So I add that just on those like front windows because I feel like that'd be kind of cute. It's like, oh, the Sims there that are sitting and having their snacks or coffee can people watch while they're sitting there, you know what I mean? So I kind of went for that vibe. I do also add like a parking lot around it. I kind of pre-set it up and had it in my mind for that because I wanted cars to be able to park there just in case. I didn't say this already, I don't think, but I did build this in Appaloosa Plains on a 30 by 20 lot, and I did go into like live mode because I wanted to take photos, and it seemed like everything was okay. If there are any routing issues, I do apologize. I didn't fully play test it, but I mean, you can always tweak it to your liking if you always want to, but I think it came out cute. I do think this is like a lot that I would use often, and you get like kind of a 2-in-1, which is nice. I like when lots do that because sometimes it's kind of a hassle to have to put in, let's say like a bar and then a restaurant and then another kind of like sports bar or a library or a cafe and then other things like that. It's nice to have them functioning all on one lot, or even just a couple at a time, because it saves space, right? And if you play in smaller worlds like I sometimes do, like custom ones, this is great for saving space and having like maximal usage of like different lot types, It does depend if you use mods though, because I don't know if it auto spawns. I have been using mods in this game for so long, since like I re-got it again in like 2020, that I actually can't remember how it actually functions without NROS in it. So I'm sorry, like I don't remember. So if it doesn't auto spawn like someone at the register, you would probably need like NROS for it to work properly that way. Because I do make this a Java Hut lot type, so it is going to automatically spawn the barista, but I don't know if you don't use mods if it will automatically spawn the register person. I don't know, but like the cashier. But yeah, I just want to say that because I can't remember. Once you start using mods, you honestly forget what's like a part of the game and what's not. Yeah, but anyway, I really thought that I add like those floral, the half wall piece. I thought it looked really cute. I never use that object, but I thought it looked really cute against like the wine barrels. So I go for that. Oh, also, I don't know if I showed it. I don't know if I showed this in like the speed build because I cut bits out like I mentioned, but I have bathrooms in each building. So they're very tiny. But I'm pretty sure that even without like a routing mod, they still function because it's 3 tiles. So they just need to get to the toilet, then get to the sink. So it should be fine. But yeah, they're like a 3 tile, like a 3x1 bathroom. And you can see it's like where that door is in the corner for the over in this like Nectar shop. It's like in the beginning by the door. There's like just a toilet and a sink with like a mirror in there, and it's just like a functioning like tiny bathroom. Gets the job done, you know. Your Sims gotta do their business, get out, you know, that's it. They go about back to doing whatever they were doing at the lot or go about their day. But yeah, I do add in windows at the back of the Nectar shop because like where the restaurant is, because it was kind of dingy and I totally forgot to add windows there. I don't know what, sometimes I forget to do things and I have to do them last second, but I end up putting them in towards the end of this build. I don't even know if I capture that on the camera, like I can't remember, but just to note that I do add 2 of the shop windows there in the back, so that way there's some lighting and you know there's some just ambiance, but there is also the dumpster, so I made sure to kind of hide it behind so they don't see it through the window. And then I put some windows in the top on the back of the building as well. But yeah, the windows, I will say every single window that I use in this build, every single window is from the bakery set from the store. So if, like I mentioned, if you don't have that set, this build is not for you because you won't have any of the windows, or even some of the doors you might not have either, because that one of the doors for like the Nectar shop, that door I think is from like Showtime, so that is from like an expansion, but the other door is a Savvy Seller door. And I wanted to use it because it looked really good with the rest of that set. And for some reason, the bakery set doesn't come with the door. They didn't give one, which I thought was ridiculous, but I digress. But it goes good with this build or with that set, so I added it in. And then like the other doors that I use are like base game, and then I think I use one from like World Adventures for like the bathrooms. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this build. So thank you so much for watching. Again, links will be in the video description, and there'll be a montage in just a moment. So hang tight. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, and yeah, take care. Bye.